Yeah, we got
If
two
you're not
already.
going to do anything else, you might as well just do one.
I mean, the last episode of After Dark, I got so many comments from people saying how it was one of the best episodes they've ever listened to. They not
I
only
haven't
did they
even seen it.
comment
Which one was it?
on the app, but they also messaged me too.
Is that where we're talking people?
We were
It was a pet peeve, wasn't it?
pet peeve. Yes.
Yeah.
Was that the last one?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
last
I didn't
one.
even see that.
Hysterical.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of 5 Idiots Talking Toys. Thanks for joining us here on YouTube or maybe on your favorite podcast app. You're listening in the car or on the go. We appreciate that. You can follow us in that app. You can like this video or episode. And please, if you're on YouTube, comment. Let us know what you think of this topic that we're about to unveil. Let us know if you've ever had this situation in one of the collector groups that you're in, or really anywhere dealing online with other folks. Let's bring in Chris W. now. He's very passionate about this topic. He's going to introduce it for us in a moment. There he is, Chris W.
Oh, hey.
Roving reporter Chris W. roving his basement. Yeah.
Thank you for having me on. We're going to go very in-depth with this topic. We're going to talk about every detail. We're going to leave no stone unturned.
No stones unturned.
None.
What about Papa Smurf? Should we bring him onto the episode?
Incorrect.
No?
No.
All right, we won't bring him in. How about Daddy?
Daddy!
Daddy!
What the fuck are we doing?
We're doing
bringing...
an episode. This isn't After Dark, Charles.
This is an After Dark?
No, it's not After Dark.
No, it's not After Dark.
No,
He's
Not after dark.
cursing like a sailor.
Like little Jerry over there.
Yeah. Hey,
All right.
Jerry Daddy, take it easy.
All right, well, even though Chris said no, I'm going to bring Papa Smurf in.
Oh, there he is.
I say we drain the swamp.
Great, that's flop.
Should I change the background if Charles is
not.
going to keep cursing like a sailor?
No, it's a regular episode.
Oh, okay, it's regular episode.
Only when Charles talks, we'll change the background.
Right. Anything to say, Charles?
Exactly.
Oh, he's taking a drink. We'll go back to yellow.
Yes.
Up. All right, so Chris, lay it on us. What is this episode about?
So tonight's topic is about scamming, but in particular, there is a scam that is going on in Facebook, mainly one group, which is the IC Deal or No Deal group. But I'm sure it can happen, obviously, anywhere, and it's going to, I'm sure, at some point. But there is a person on the IC Deal or No Deal that whoever is listing items for sale, and you know when you say, like, when you give prices, and then the guy goes, thank you for the offer, but no deal, and whatever. Yeah. There's a guy who will create a fake profile of the person who's selling, accepting those deals, even though the listing is still going on. So, like, I had a Luke Poncho last week, and the bid was at 600, but the guy was contacting the guy who bid 500, saying, I'll accept your deal for 500 with shipping, and then the guy actually paid it because he didn't go back on the listing to see that it was already at 600, but he creates a fake profile using your picture that you have up right now. But if you were to go one step further and actually click on the profile, you would see that it's fake because there's nothing there. But people don't do that.
Right.
They're just seeing the name and the picture, and they're going, "Oh, all right, it's legit."
Right.
So
especially because they're getting messaged, I guess, right? So in the Facebook Messenger app, they're not seeing the rest of the profile unless they probably click 3 times,
Yeah.
to get to it.
I mean, I was a victim of one of the scams, potential victim
Say it ain't so.
that Chris was talking about.
So it happened in my name twice last week, which sucks because it makes me look bad either way because two people paid for the item to this random person that's creating a fake profile, with a picture of my wife and my kids, which is just absolutely creepy. And these guys paid, but thankfully they both paid, goods and services. But, they reach out to the admins of IC. There are groups where you can post about and talk about this. And even though it's not me doing it, it's still my name. So people might not read the actual whole listing and just think it's me or something. So I'm trying to refrain myself back from listing right now and there.
So there was a guy that was listing high-profile stuff on IC Deal on Deal, like thousands of dollar items. And one of them was a Star Wars helmet that was signed by the majority of the cast. And you guys know that I do autographs. So I was the last bid on there on the real listing. So then a day later, this fake profile, which I didn't know was fake at the time, contacts me and said, "Hey, I'll just take your bid, your final bid." So the bid hadn't kept going past mine. So I was like, "Oh, okay." And I actually looked at the listing again to check the pictures out and make sure it was the same, whatever. And the way the person was talking sounded really kind of weird. And the fact that he used it was really weird because he used pictures. I don't know if he did this on purpose or what, but he used pictures of a toy store that I know about, and he was claiming that it was at that store. And I said, well, that's kind of funny because I know where this person lives, like the city this person lives, and this guy is not in San Diego. And I know this store, so it's definitely not this person. So that kind of tipped me off as something's really weird here.
And that was just like dumb luck, I guess, because if you were somebody else, you wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, and I said, "Oh yeah, I know where that store is." I said, "You work there?" And he's like, yeah, well, whatever." And I'm like, "You don't work there, dude. I know everybody that works in that store."
Oh, boy, does he. Brandon knows everybody.
I know everybody. Better watch out.
That's right.
Did we post your messages here?
Oh, well, so anyway, I kept it going. He sends me some weird PayPal thing, and he says it was his cashier. And I'm like, okay. And then so I went back to the profile or the actual listing, and I clicked on the name of the guy that was selling it, and it popped up with the same picture. So this guy was duplicating this guy's picture, his name, everything, like Chris had said. So I clicked on the real person's profile and checked the messages there, and apparently I've had a conversation with this guy before, not the guy scamming, but the actual listing, the guy who was actually listing the actual item. And I was like, wait a second, why are there two profiles? So I messaged the real profile and I said, "Hey, is this your PayPal?" And I sent him the PayPal that the scammer had given me. He's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "This is your PayPal." And before I could even type the next message, he's like, "Whoa, wait, stop." He's like, "That's the scammer. Like, don't give this guy any money. That guy's scamming everybody out of all this stuff." And that's how I found out about it. So basically, I kept the conversation with the scammer going, just to try to dig a little more out of him. And we were going back and forth for a while or whatever. And then I told him some, choice words. That you can't. It's an After Dark episode. So
now, to be fair, the admins of IC have acknowledged this has been going on, and they actually have made a few posts, just warning people, saying like, pay goods and services, make sure you're talking to the real person. Don't accept private, offers through message. Do it on the listing and stuff like that. So they are acknowledging it, but unfortunately, there's only so much that you can do. So there was a third guy who got messaged by this scammer, but he was like a friend of mine, someone that I talk to all the time. So when he realized that the message was a brand new thread, and not the old thread of our messages just from the day before, right away it like rang a bell, and he was like, this is weird. And then he clicked on the profile, and there was like no information there whatsoever. And then he went to mine and saw how I have all my information there. So luckily he didn't get duped. But that is what's going on. So right now, if I list anything on the IC Deal No Deal, I put down at the bottom like, if you get a message from me accepting offers, it's not me. The only offers I'm accepting are on the listing publicly, saying so. So don't accept any private offers to you. So hopefully that helps. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shane,
Yeah.
switch to background.
Oh, excuse me.
So this is the first I'm hearing of all of it. I'm kind of like took a little step away from Star Wars and
You think?
had no idea this was going on. This is the first I've ever heard of it.
This is the first I've heard of it. I mean, I
You guys
I know
don't read
Brandon said he had
messages?
something going on with that helmet, but
I remember him.
I sent
with
you
the helmet.
You don't remember the screenshots?
I don't read the chat.
Me either.
I remember it all. So
Obviously.
I mean, but yeah,
Say.
it's just like a pain because even though it's not you doing it, it kind of brings that person's name down a little bit, and then it can easily be dragged through the mud because the one guy that did pay tried making a post on the IC Deal No Deal with my profile with the messages saying, make sure you're talking to the real Chris Walminster and not the fake one, and blah blah blah. Thankfully, the admins denied it and reached out to me and said, "Hey, like, someone's trying to make a post about you and all this stuff." And I was like, "Oh God!" Like, either way, it just makes me look bad because my name's in it, and
Yeah.
you know how people are.
It just-
People don't read the whole description.
I mean, yeah, you might think that, but I think it just.
Brandon,
I think it makes people uneasy all around from anybody.
Any news is bad news.
Brandon, you can list a figure, right? Gamorrean guard, missing left arm, good condition, $10. Someone will message you saying, "Is there a left arm?" Because they don't read it.
No,
It
nobody
happens
reads
all
it.
the time. No one reads it. They just see the name, this and that, and then they're done. They scroll, they just scroll along. So
I'm just saying, like, it's just bad it's just really bad because now people feel like they can't pay. They don't know who they're paying,
correct.
because there's no personal, money going from one to the other where they can verify that you have the item and that is in fact you, so it's just really bad for the hobby in general, I think, and the fact that somebody's doing that, is just not good at all. I don't know. I think we should send Charles to go take care of the problem.
I had no idea. There you go, Shane. I had no idea. I had no idea there was a problem. Never heard of it before.
I mean, if you think about it, it kind of is a clever scam, to be honest with you. Like just messaging on every listing, accepting deals that are sitting there. And if the person is lazy enough and doesn't go and check, they can just be like, great, this is awesome. Yeah, I'm going to pay right now.
Are they knocking these people off?
Who? We don't know who it is.
No, the IC.
Knocking who off?
Whoever's making these fake accounts.
How
don't
do
know
you
who it
know
is.
who's making the fake accounts? It's Chaz Walminster. He's looking at it from let's just say your account.
Yeah.
You're seeing all this, and then you're hurry up and you're making a fake account. You don't need to be on the IC Deal No Deal to see it now because you have the information. So now you're just going to message them from your fake account with the profile picture. So you don't need to be on the page.
So these people need to join the group somehow. So either these guys are hacking into the Facebook page and actually making fake profiles by hacking in there, because no one's going to allow, Chris Wildminster wants to be part of this group today. And it's like, well, he's already part of this group. Why is there another Chris? So to me, I think
people who are already members.
Yeah, and these people are already members. So that, just like if, let's say, Jason Annabelle has a profile made and he gets, why is somebody with my same name trying to request an account to the group that I run? So in other words, the admins typically know who the regulars are in these groups, and why would they be accepting duplicate names? So that leads me to believe that these people are hacking into these groups with fake
They're
names.
not doing
and
that,
getting
though.
in.
Yeah, they're changing their names and their profile
That's not
picture after they're in the group.
That's not what
Granted,
they're doing. They
yeah.
have one regular name,
Yes.
and then they're
But-
just switching accounts.
But Chris said that I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know how you would do that because there's nothing
can't-
in their profile.
You could do it very easily because this is what you do. Christopher Wildminster has a Facebook account. I
Yeah.
can create 7 fake accounts right
Yeah.
now with 7
So-
different names. It
so
doesn't
what-
mean I don't have to log
I
into
know-
the IC Deal No Deal. I'm already logged in through my name, so I have.
So what
one.
he's saying
But how would you
is-
log in? Wouldn't you have to log in through that different name in the IC?
Yeah, if you have a blank
No.
profile, it's a totally different account.
yeah,
What
you have to log in different. You would have to request an IC deal.
You have to be like
No,
Mark
no,
Smith
you
and
guys
get
are
into
not-
the group
you
and then
guys
change
are-
your name.
No, change.
He already knows who to message.
You're
He knows
not.
who to message.
You don't have to log in. All you're doing is messaging the
Yeah.
guy's
Oh,
name. So
okay.
you search him on Facebook and you message the guy, say, "Hey, I'm going to accept your offer," which
You
is
know
why
who
it
it
comes
is?
up on a new thread.
So it's a guy that's on there that's accepted that is watching
It's-
all this.
correct.
It's probably someone. It's probably someone we all know who's a scumbag.
Right, but
James.
it,
It's James.
James Coleman?
But
it
After dark.
would have to be another account though, because if you went to their profile, you would see what's there from their regular profile. Then, even if they change their name,
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because I have a fake account on Facebook right now under a different name, and I can switch it back and forth between Chris and to this other guy. And
No,
when
I
you
know
go to
that.
The other guy, you don't see anything of mine underneath that account.
but both profiles still need to be part of a single group for you both to. Oh, I see what you're saying. You could see in the group with one and message with the other.
Are you-
Correct.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but it does have to be like a separate created account from the beginning, though.
Are
For
you
the- for the
Chest
messenger.
Rockwell?
Huh?
Are you Chest Rockwell?
I'm Juan Cartman.
Are you buck naked? All right.
But yes, so that's a scam that's going on right now, and I'm sure it's going to happen in other groups. To be honest with you, it can happen in our group. So
Well, maybe you can come up with a safe word, Chris. Maybe like a key lime pie or
but if you post it, then they're going to see
Tomato
it. and-
soup.
pineapple upside down cake.
Chris responds to the message with key lime pie, and they're like, "What are you talking about?"
Yes,
I'm
please.
being scammed.
I don't
So-
want to get paid in goods and services right now, which is where it's going to be heading, at least on that group. I'm already so far over the limit on goods and services that every time someone does pay me goods and services, I have to wait 30 days for it to clear.
It's
'Cause I'm
crazy.
already over the limit.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so I have to wait literally 30 days to clear. So I'm telling people, like, can you please not pay me goods and services? Because I don't want to wait 30 more days for it to clear.
Do you wait 30 days to send it out though? No, right?
No, I send it out right away.
Yeah, I
can't
mean, that's
I-
risky too.
I can't make them sit around and wait. It's not fair to them, but then,
No. But then, like, what happens if there's some like thing that we don't know about where the payment doesn't clear 30 days
Exactly.
later? You know?
So it hasn't happened yet, but I'm like, it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. So
Chris is
Someone's
like,
gonna scam that.
can you pay me through Zwallet?
Wallet.
Hey, John, what if someone offered you like an ox's leg and like a cow's foot or something? Since you're the butcher,
What is this? May the 4th?
that should be John's new nickname.
The
Someone's
butcher?
got a good name.
The butcher.
He's the butcher from now on.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect name for you,
Papa
the butcher.
Smurf the butcher.
I think John should open up his own app so we can get around this whole scamming thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if we had our own like pay to buy group.
Yeah. Maybe we should do that.
That'll never work.
Rogue 5 Toys.
I'm
All
out.
right. Well,
So
Well-
yeah,
if you go to rogue5toys.com, we don't have it's not the Wild Wild West there. It's just the 5 of us plus John Rollo selling occasionally and
And we'll
We'll
never
treat you right.
PM you. I'm just kidding.
but make sure, even if you're, no matter who you're buying from online or on Facebook, just take an extra step or two. Make sure you know who you're messaging with and who you're about to pay. click through and click that button, see profile, and let it take you from the messenger over to Facebook, and make sure you see Chris's beautiful kids, and there's a real profile there, and it's something that you recognize if you've dealt with one of us before. Just take that extra step.
Most of our sellers are repeat customers, so
Yeah.
they would notice a new thread being started for no reason.
Yeah.
And if it is a new customer or a new guy, I always message them right away because I don't know who they are and I don't know if they're going to pay. So I always message them right away just to like clear it up. If it's a guy that's bought from me 10 times, I'll wait till nighttime. It doesn't really matter. But new guys, I always message right away just to like settle them in and make sure that they know what's going on.
Yeah.
We'll never have that problem. So never say never.
Never say never.
Charles, do you have anything to say?
I know.
Obviously not.
You guys have any input towards this topic at all?
Yeah, you guys know
I had
nothing
no
about
idea.
it. Me and Chris are the ones that have been scammed.
I had no idea this whole thing was happening.
This is the first I'm hearing of it.
Charles says he doesn't collect Star Wars anymore, but he's got 1,000 Star Wars Legos behind him.
And I love this. I love the stupid little banner in the bottom. Chris is getting out of the hobby. Who's getting out of the hobby? Charles is getting out of the hobby.
I'm in the hobby.
No, Chris. Charles is already out of the hobby.
Yeah, Charles is already out of the hobby.
Vintage Star Wars? I'm out. It's in the rear view mirror. I can't even see it.
Charles, you've been out 7 times already, and you keep coming back in. This time, we're not letting you back in.
What was the hot 5 Idiots After Dark episode recently? It was Pet Peeves?
Pet peeves.
That's the one you got people messaging you about?
Very hot.
Yeah,
That was a good episode.
that was a good episode.
That was a good episode.
A lot of comments on that.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you'd like to get some unfiltered 5 Idiots, come on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/5 Idiots Talking Toys, and you will get the series 5 Idiots After Dark. So dark.
And if any of the viewers know anything about this scamming stuff, please pass it along to everyone so that way we can keep an eye out.
Shane, the background's wrong.
Right. Right. Well, also keep an eye out for these scammers, but also keep an eye out for the butcher, because he'll get you. He'll get you. All right. All right, guys. Anything else? Do you want any other scams going on? I think we've covered it. Just really be careful online. If you've dealt with somebody before, it's friends and family payment with PayPal is fair if you've dealt with somebody before and you've had good experiences. If you're unsure, just go with goods and services. Keep yourself safe.
If anyone has a new scam, they can throw it down in the comments, and I will use it.
And you'll start using it. Right.
Yeah.
Well, be smart. If you're spending, $40, that's one thing. But if you're about to send somebody, if you're an insane person like Brandon Alamo, and you're about to send somebody $3,250 for a stupid helmet, make sure you know who it is first, right?
A stupid helmet.
Now, I remember seeing that listing. I don't know if I tagged you on it. I feel like I might have seen it even before you did. But the point is the listing was real, though, right?
The listing was
yeah.
that listing was real. The person that reached out to me, it just so happened that I hadn't talked to the original person that listed it in such a long time that it was about a year, but I did have a thread from them, a previous thread. So I'm happy that I clicked on the actual profile from that listing, and it was the real person. And I talked to the real person about it, and he's like, no, there's a fake profile that's going around. It's happened to him multiple times, he said.
Again, it's been posted about by the admins, I think, on all the groups that they run, just telling people that it's been going on. So
Chris is so hot in these groups.
Charles,
are you seeing all this in the groups?
Well,
I haven't looked at a group in over.
I don't have the time
Charles,
these days.
Does this go on in the Lego groups?
I'm not on those either.
You realize that my job is to sell in these groups, right?
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Chris is tearing down as we're not even done with the episode yet, and he's already tearing down.
It's like 3 p.m. on Sunday of the convention, and he's boxing everything up. He's taking banners down.
My wife is already texting me saying it's 10:31 with 20 seconds. Where are you?
All right, and that being said, that'll do it for this episode of 5 Idiots Talking Toys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, smash the like button like you're a little kid, and comment below. What do you think about these scams online and these collector groups, maybe anywhere else that you deal with people and collectibles and purchasing? Let us know any experiences you've had. We'd love to talk to you down in the comments. See you next time from 5 Idiots. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cry me a river.
Bye.